Hello, Magic English 8 here. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope your English is improving this way. Today I am with you with another unit of our lovely book, Interchange. Perfect for improving your speaking, listening, vocabulary, and grammar. So far, I have taught 11 units of this book, so today I am with you with unit 12 of the book talking about body parts and health problems or health issues. And the title of the unit says, How do you feel? So before we start, let's take a look at our word file and see what our main areas of cover today are. How do you feel? Unit 12. Main areas that we are covering today are parts of the body, health problems and advice related to that, describing health problems, talking about common medications or medicine, giving advice for health problems, and under grammar focus, today we don't have difficult topics, have plus noun, talking about health problems, feel plus adjectives, talking about health problems again. Negative and positive adjectives we cover, and imperatives. Okay, so let's start. Unit 12, how do you feel? Parts of the body under word power we have. So here you see parts of the face, parts of the upper body, and lower body. So let's listen to the CD here and see how we should pronounce. But you can pause the video now, read them for yourself, and see if your pronunciation is correct or not. And after that, check with the CD. So I'm going to play that for you right now.
Unit 12. How do you feel? Page 78. Exercise 1. Word power. Parts of the body. Part A. Listen and practice.
So one time, please just listen. After that, I will repeat them for you again.
Eye, hair, head, ear, neck, tooth, teeth, chin, throat, mouth, nose, eyebrow.
Okay, so this was parts of the face. Now, would you please repeat with me? I don't want the words to become too many for you. Please repeat with me. Eye, hair. Please be careful. It is hair. Some students go hair, which is incorrect. Hair. Okay? So, we have hair. And also we have her. Kind of the same in pronunciation. Her. And also similar to this one with pronunciation, we have chair, not chair. Hair, chair. Okay? Please repeat with me. Head, ear. This one is ear. And this one is air, like her, So ear, air. Please repeat. Neck, tooth, teeth. One tooth and the plural for that, teeth. Chin, throat, mouth, nose, eyebrow, eyebrow. So eyebrow. Did it have any new words for you? If so, please transfer that into your vocabulary notebook. And now, the other part, please listen, check your pronunciation.
Back, shoulder, chest, arm, stomach, hip, wrist, leg, knee, ankle, toe, toes, foot, feet,
elbow, finger, fingers, thumb, hand.
Okay, got it? How many of the words did you pronounce correctly? Please repeat with me one more time. Back, back. Be careful with the pronunciation of k. It is k, not ch. Back. Shoulder, shoulder. Chest, arm, stomach, stomach, hip, hip. I will talk to you about these words. Wrist, wrist. This part is called wrist. Leg, knee, knee. The K before N is not pronounced. Knee. Ankle, ankle. Foot, plural, feet. Toe, one of them, toes. And here, elbow, elbow. Hand, thumb, B is not pronounced, and finger or fingers. So these are fingers. This one is called thumb. This was pronunciation wise, but here I have some words for you to talk about. For example, stomach, the pronunciation, stomach. Hip. What is hip? Google should help us. So this part is the hip. This picture can nicely tell us. This part is the hip, and this part is the waist. Hip, this part, and waist, this part. So hip and waist. Okay. Hip. Here we have wrist and waist. This part is waist, but the book doesn't have it for us. Wrist, W-R-I-S-T. Maybe the line is not showing you, but this part is wrist. What is leg? What is foot? This is leg, and this is foot. This part where you wear your shoes is foot. So foot, leg, and about knee, K-N-W-E. K before N is not pronounced. So we got knee, we got knowledge, we got no, all of them. K before N is not pronounced. And here we got ankle, ankle. So maybe we got ankle, kind of similar to that we have uncle. Ankle, uncle. Okay, with different meanings, of course, you know. Here we have foot and feet. the plural. Toe, T-O-E, toe, toes. Elbow, you know this part. Hand. Thumb. B after M is not pronounced. Thumb. Thumb, the B is not pronounced. For example, we have limb. Again, means body parts, like for example, arms or legs, they are called limbs. And also lamb. This is lamb, for example, lamb kebab. It's not lamb, lamb kebab. Delicious. And fingers, we talked about them all, okay? So luckily with the pronunciation, you don't have any problem now. But I got some other exercises for you. Parts of the body exercise. I got a picture for you here. You please tell me which parts they are. For example, this one should be on the hair. It is hair. This one, little, I make it bigger for you to see it clearly. This one, so it is eyebrow. Eyebrow. I want you to say, this is a test for you. This one, ear. Nose, very good. This one, lip or mouth. I guess we didn't have lip yet. So I will write it for you. Later I will transfer it into this word file. Lip. It is important. Lip, we didn't have it there. Tooth, teeth, mouth, overall. Here, this one, chin. This one, we didn't have it. So cheek. Cheek. Cheek, we didn't have it there. Cheek. This one, eye. And this one also we didn't have. This part of your head is called fore, which means in front, and head. Forehead. Forehead. Okay. So this is parts of the face we talked about. This one. Good. Neck, and maybe if it is here, throat. Neck, throat. You tell me, please. Shoulder, chest. Very good. This one is arm. This one, maybe hair. Here, we talked about it. Waist. Waist here and hip here. Waist, hip. In this one, stomach. This part, elbow. Very good, elbow. Hand. And this part, wrist. Wrist. Tell me, fingers. This one, thumb. Good. This one, leg. And if it just means this part, thigh. If it just means that part, thigh. Knee. Here, foot. This part, ankle. And these ones, toe or toes. Okay? So, kind of we had some exercise on body parts for you to remember the things one more time. And also I suggest you review Oxford Picture Dictionary or any other kind of picture dictionary, but this is a tried and tested one. Oxford Picture Dictionary. How? Oxford Picture Dictionary, my suggestion to you is to have it and study it in your leisure time. Oxford Picture Dictionary. This one, very beautiful, very useful. It has words in different areas, so you can read it in just on each page, memorize some of the words. Maybe there are a lot of words, but in each category at least you have some words for yourself. A very good idea. I usually have it in my classes and students benefit greatly from this exercise. Okay, this was parts of the body. We talked about the pronunciation, we talked about the words. Now you are good. So I got a question for you here. What do these words have in common? What do these words have in common? These three, what do they have in common? Very good. Each of them has one letter unpronounced. So we know that W before R is not pronounced, like right, writer, wrist. B after M is not pronounced, thumb, lamb, limb, we talked about it. And this one, K before N, is not pronounced, knee, no, knowledge. And what do these guys have in common? They got two O's. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But if you consider their plurals are irregular. One tooth, two teeth. Very good. And 1 foot, 2 feet. Okay, so overall, this was word power, talking about parts of the body. I hope you are good. If no problem, we are moving. Exercise 2 and conversation. Do you want some tea? If you look at this picture and not look at the text, you should be able to tell me a little about what's happening in the picture. So you may pause the video right now and tell me what you see in the picture or what you guess is happening in the conversation. It is a very important exercise for developing your speaking. So please pause the video and say what is happening in the picture. My response to that, I can see two boys. One of them doesn't seem to feel good. It seems that he has a stomach ache because he has his hand on his stomach, and maybe he had a pizza, and because of that he's not feeling well. So the other friend is coming, so he has another pizza again. Maybe he wants to eat his pizza, and I think they are roommates because they are in the same room. And this is all the things that I can get from this picture. Okay, so this is improving your speaking, and I try to be speaking slowly for you to better understand. Okay, let's listen to the conversation. Text covered, and for you to see. Now I got two questions for you based on that picture. What is the problem? And does the other boy do anything? Does the other boy, the boy holding a pizza, what is the problem with him? Does he do anything? Let's see. Okay, tell me.
Page 79. Exercise 2. Conversation. Do you want some tea? Listen and practice.
Hi, Nathan. How's it going?
Oh, hi, Craig. Not so well, actually. I don't feel well.
Yeah, you don't look so good. What's wrong?
I don't know. I have a stomach ache.
That's too bad. Do you have the flu?
No, I just feel really sick.
Well, can I get you anything? Do you want some tea?
No, but thanks anyway.
Well, I'm gonna have some pizza. Is that okay? Call me if you need me.
Okay, so that was the conversation. Kind of our guesses were correct. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that he doesn't feel well and he has a stomach ache. Does the other boy do anything? He talks to him and he wants to help, but the boy doesn't want any help, so he says that call me if you need. This is for improving your speaking and listening. Now, one more time, let's listen to the conversation. Text uncovered. Okay, listen please. Just listen. Later again we will listen and repeat.
Do you want some tea? Listen and practice.
Hi, Nathan. How's it going?
Oh, hi, Craig. Not so well, actually. I don't feel well.
Yeah, you don't look so good. What's wrong?
I don't know. I have a stomach ache.
That's too bad. Do you have the flu?
No, I just feel really sick.
Well, can I get you anything? Do you want some tea?
No, but thanks anyway.
Well, I'm gonna have some pizza. Is that okay? Call me if you need me.
Okay, was that good? Very good, very good. One more time, let's listen and please repeat with me, okay?
Want some tea? Exercise 2.
From the beginning.
Conversation. Do you want some tea?
Do you want some tea? Please repeat.
Listen and practice.
Hi, Nathan. How's it going?
Hi Nathan, how's it going? How's it going? In the first video of this playlist, we talked about how's it going. How's it going means how are you? What's up? How are things with you? So, how's it going?
Oh, hi, Craig.
Oh, hi Craig.
Not so well, actually.
Not so well, actually.
I don't feel well.
I don't feel well. I don't feel well.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Yeah, you don't look so good. You don't look so good.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? What's the matter with you? What's the problem? What's wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have a stomach ache.
I have a stomach ache. Stomach ache. Stomach ache. So the word is stomach and then ache, which means pain, is added to that. Stomach ache. Stomach ache. Okay?
That's too bad.
That's too bad.
Do you have the flu?
Do you have the flu? Do you have the flu?
No, I just feel really sick.
No, I just feel really sick. I just feel really sick. Okay, I will once more read it and talk about the words and grammar. Okay, just now for the sake of repetition and pronunciation. I just feel sick.
Well, can I get you anything?
Well, can I get you anything? Can I bring you anything? Get you anything?
Do you want some tea?
Do you want some tea?
No, but thanks anyway.
No, but thanks anyway.
Well, I'm gonna have some pizza.
Well, I'm gonna have some pizza. I'm gonna have some pizza.
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
Call me if you need me.
Call me if you need me. Call me if you need me. Okay, that was good. That was good. Now, one more time. I'm going to read it and talk about its words and grammar. Okay, so do you want some tea? Hi, Nathan. How's it going? We talked about it. How's it going? How are you? How are things with you? Let me write them for you. How's it going? How are things, or how are things with you? And what's up? Or how are you? All of these are the same. Oh, hi Craig. Not so well. Not so well, actually. I don't feel well. I don't feel well. You don't look so good. What's wrong? What's wrong? So what's wrong is the question when your friend or someone does not feel good and you want to see what the problem with them is. What's wrong? I don't know. I have a stomachache. I have a stomachache. I have a stomachache. So could you make a yes-no question out of it? I have a stomachache. Yes-no question. I have a stomachache. What is the yes-no question for it? Very good. If it doesn't have am, is, are, so we need do or does for this level that we are. So we say, do you have a stomachache? Do you have a stomachache? Yes, I do. And then if you want to have a WH question, you say, what's the matter? Or what's wrong? What's the matter? Or what's wrong? Or what's wrong with you? Okay, under the grammar part, I will talk about them. Do you have a stomachache? What's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? That's too bad. Do you have the flu? Do you have the flu? For flu, we bring the. Do you have the flu? Stomachache, a stomachache, but flu, the flu. Do you have the flu? No, I just feel really sick. I just feel really sick. So, I feel sick means I feel ill, and it has another meaning. I feel like vomiting. So, feel sick means feel sick has got two meanings. One of them is feel ill. The other one is feel like vomiting. I don't know if you know the meaning of vomiting. It's not very interesting, but since I need to teach you, unfortunately, yeah. This is called feel sick, yeah? Okay, so I go back because this picture is not something to look at. Feel sick? Well, can I get you anything? Can I bring you anything? And do you want some tea? No, but thanks anyway. I'm gonna have some pizza. Do you remember Unit 11? Be going to? Talking about future plans. I'm gonna have some pizza. It means I have the plan to eat some pizza. Can you ask a yes-no question out of it for me? I'm gonna have some pizza. Yes-no question. Are you gonna have some pizza? Are you gonna have pizza? And then, if you want to ask a question for pizza, you say, what are you gonna have? What are you gonna have? Very good. Is that okay with the pronunciation with the stress on K? Is that okay? Call me if you need me. Call me if you need me. Okay? You got it? So this was exercise 2 conversation that we talked about. Now, here I got some extra speaking for you. I want you to first unscramble these questions, form correct questions out of them, and then answer them. It says pizza, you like, do. So unscrambling that is good. Do you like pizza? Do you like pizza? Please answer me. Do you like pizza? Pause the video and speak. My sample response. Do you like pizza? Yes, I do. I like it very much because I think it is delicious and it is something I can eat with my family. All of us get together and we eat a pizza. It feels good. So this is a sample response. Even if you are in the IELTS exam and they ask you this question, the answer that I gave you was a full and complete answer. Do you like pizza? Yes, I do. I like it very much because it is delicious and because I can eat it with my family members. All of us get together and we eat it. This is a perfect sample response for this question, even for the IELTS exam, part 1. And question 2, please unscramble. Eat you, how often do pizza? The question is a WH, starting with how often, and after that, do, subject, do you, Verb, eat. Very good. How often do you eat pizza? Please pause the video and answer. My response? I usually have pizza once a week or once in 2 weeks. I know that it is not that healthy to eat fast food very much, but because it is delicious, I usually have it maybe once a week, maybe once in 2 weeks. Once in 2 weeks. Okay? Or a synonym for that, every other week. Every other week. Every other week means this week yes, next week no. The week after yes, the week after no. Okay, so our conversation finished. And now we should head for grammar focus. Our grammar focus, as you see, covers health problems. And we're going to be talking about health problems. How to talk about health problems with nouns, with adjectives. If you have seen, when I write a word for you, I put the part of speech in front of that, if I can find a word. I put the part of speech in front of that, and that means this is a noun. And so, if you have a noun, I remember that I had some other words for you here. If you have a noun, talking about the health problem, for that will be with have. Just 1 second. Yes. If you have a noun, you need have to talk about the health problem. For example, have a stomachache, have a headache, have the flu. All of them are nouns. If you have an adjective, on the other hand, you need feel as its verb. For example, feel sick, feel better, feel well. All of them adjectives. So feel plus adjective, have plus noun. Okay? And how to know if the word is an adjective or if it is a noun? Meaning should help you. Also, you can make comparative adjectives. Good, better. For example, cold, colder. Hot, hotter. But for nouns, you cannot have comparative forms like that. And also, if you are in doubt, you got to go to your dictionary, and your dictionary, whatever it is, will help you find out. For example, headache, it says headache is a noun. But for example, great, it's an adjective. Okay, so it depends on your word and your dictionary. The dictionary will tell you. Now, let's listen to the part here. It's going to have some interesting things for us.
Page 79. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Have plus noun. Feel plus adjective.
What's the matter?
So your question, when you see someone is not feeling well, what's the matter? Or
What's wrong?
what's wrong? What's the matter? Please repeat with me. What's the matter? And repeat out loud. What's the matter? What's wrong?
I have a stomachache.
I have a stomachache. I have a stomachache.
I have a headache.
I have a headache.
I have the flu.
I have the flu. So, a stomachache, a headache, but the flu.
How are you?
How are you? Or,
How do you feel?
how do you feel? And the answers,
I feel sick.
I feel sick. I feel sick. So, we got two similar words kind of in pronunciation. One of them is sick, sick, and the other one is seek. Okay, so the pronunciation differs. Sick, seek, different. And here it says, I feel sick. I feel sick.
I feel better.
I feel better.
I don't feel well.
I don't feel well. I don't feel well. I don't feel good. Okay, so this was the part talking about our grammar, have plus nouns, feel plus adjectives. And here, negative and positive adjectives. Very important. Please repeat.
Negative adjectives.
Horrible.
Horrible. Horrible. I will talk about their meanings. All of them mean bad.
Awful.
Awful. Awful.
Terrible.
Terrible. Terrible.
Miserable.
Miserable. Miserable. So all of them mean bad and very bad. Let's go to our longman and see what they are. Horrible with the first word. Okay, it says that the stress is on the first syllable, horrible. We have horrible, horrible,
Horrible.
horrible,
Horrible.
horrible, 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 both of them correct. Adjective, it means very bad. For example,
A horrible smell.
a horrible smell. Okay, or the weather,
The weather has been really horrible all week.
really horrible all week. And here it brings some synonyms for horrible. Horrible, disgusting, revolting, nasty. All of these are synonyms. But the other word for us was awful. Awful, or in British, awful,
Awful.
and
Awful.
awful, it again means very bad. It means terrible.
The weather was awful.
The weather was awful.
He's a pretty awful driver.
Awful driver. And not a bad idea to listen to them, repeat with them. This way you are improving your pronunciation as well. And terrible, if you want to go to terrible, just double click. Terrible, synonyms, horrible and awful. Yeah, so extremely severe and very bad. It says
Terrible.
Terrible.
terrible. It means awful. And here we have again the synonyms for them. Terrible, awful, dreadful, horrible, and appalling, disgusting. All of these. Lousy even. And the last one, miserable. Extremely unhappy or very bad. Feel very unhappy, uncomfortable. All of these meanings mean very bad.
Miserable.
Miserable. Okay? So,
I spent the weekend feeling miserable.
feeling miserable. So, I feel miserable. Or she looks miserable.
Janice looks really miserable.
Miserable. So, you got it? All of these adjectives meaning very bad. Horrible, awful, terrible, miserable. Please pronounce the same way. And now the positive adjectives.
Positive adjectives.
Fine.
Fine,
Great.
great,
Terrific.
terrific, terrific,
Fantastic.
fantastic, fantastic, with the stress on T. Fine and great you already know. Now terrific. So here we got terrible, stress on the first syllable. Here we have terrific on the second. Terrific, terrible, terrific. Let's see what terrific means. Terrific, very good, great.
That's a terrific idea.
That's a terrific idea. A terrific idea. And the last one, fantastic. Fantastic. Let's see what that means. This way, I want you to understand how to look words up in a dictionary. Fantastic with the stress on T.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. It means extremely good, attractive, enjoyable.
You look fantastic.
You look fantastic. Synonyms? Excellent. Wonderful. And here it says fantastic, terrific, great, excellent, wonderful, marvelous, amazing, incredible, brilliant, all of them synonyms. Okay, very good. Maybe these words are new for you. Please transfer them into your vocabulary notebook. One more time, we talked about health problems with nouns plus have, with adjectives plus feel. And now here, before we move, okay, here, you please fill in the blanks with have or with feel. This one, she, good, she has a headache. This one, well, they feel well. Our teacher, fantastic is an adjective, so feels fantastic. I don't, good, have a toothache. And we don't, good, feel bad. We don't feel bad. Okay, you got it? Now, in part A of the book, please ask questions for each picture. Question for this one. You want to ask a question for this one. Your question is this one. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? And if you want to ask a yes/no question, you say, does he have a headache? Does he have a backache? Does he have a sore throat or whatever? So our question for him is, what's wrong with him? And your answer, he has a backache. He has a backache. Question for this one, good. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with... Each time, please repeat the question. I want you to say the question 10 times. And this way, memorize it. What's wrong with him? He has an earache. He has an earache. Question. What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? She has a headache. Very good. Question. What's wrong with him? He has a stomachache. He has a stomachache. Good. Question. What's wrong with him? He has a toothache. He has a toothache. Question. What's wrong with her? She has a cold. Very good. Question. What's wrong with him? He has a cough. Cough. What's wrong with her? She has a fever. Question. What's wrong with him? He has the flu. And what's wrong with him? He has a sore throat. He has a sore throat. So sore and ache have similar meanings, but for throat we say sore throat. Also we have sore eyes. Sore eyes, sore throat. Okay, under the same category. So a backache, an earache, a headache, a stomachache, a toothache, a cold, a cough, a fever, the flu, and a sore throat. A cold. Cold, if it is a noun, it means this one. If it is an adjective, opposite of hot. And cough, you know what it is. So I think this part is not very difficult. Our question was, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? Does he have a headache? Does she have a headache? And the things that we talked about. Okay, I hope you're good. Speaking practice. Okay, again, I got something for you here. Unscramble this question first and then answer it. So pause the video and try to unscramble it. Put the question in order. Very good. So because we have a how often, the question starts with your WH. How often do you usually have a headache? Very good. So how often do you usually have a headache? How often do you usually have a headache? Very good. Pause the video and answer the question. My response to that: I usually have a headache once in 2 months or so. Once in 2 months or so. I feel terrible when I have a headache, but luckily I get better after I take a pill. After I take a pill, I get better. So for pills, for medicine, the word is take. I take a pill. This was a sample response to this question. Okay, you can have the question or the answer for any of these things. For example, when do you usually have a toothache? Or you can answer about your family members, your friends. For example, my friend had a toothache last week. I know we didn't study past tense, but I hope that you know it if you do. My friend had a toothache last week, and I took her to a clinic. She felt better afterwards. Okay, a sample response to that. And here it has some useful expressions. The question that we have here, what's wrong or how do you feel? How do you feel? I feel great. Oh, that's good. Or I'm glad to hear that. How do you feel? I feel very bad. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. So two things. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. So glad means happy. Happy to hear that. Sorry to hear that. How do you feel? I feel great. Happy to hear that. How do you feel? I feel miserable. Sorry to hear that. Okay, so these two are useful expressions in response. Okay, now let's go for exercise 4 in our listening. So if you see here, these people seem to have some health problems. They are not feeling well. Okay, so I want you to guess what's wrong with her, what's wrong with him, and the same. So here we have speaking practice before listening. Unscramble the questions first, then answer them. The matter is with what her. So unscramble that, please. Very good. What's the matter with her? Or what's wrong with her? In the first picture, what's the matter with her? Please pause the video and speak. The answer is, it seems that she has sore elbow, sore throat, sore eyes, sore elbow. It seems that she has a sore elbow. And why? Maybe she has fallen. Fallen. Maybe she has fallen, and maybe she has hit it against something hard, or maybe, I don't know. The picture doesn't tell us. Good. 2. Question. Good. What's the matter with him? Please pause the video and answer. He has a headache, and maybe because he worked a lot today. or maybe because he had a hard day today, difficult day today, something like this. Number 3 question, what's the matter with her? She has sore eyes, maybe because she did not sleep well last night, maybe because she studied very hard or for a long time. Anyway. And number 4, Nicholas. This guy has made it easy. Question, what's the matter with him? And he has a toothache. Why? Maybe he needs to visit his dentist and he hasn't seen his dentist for a long time. Maybe he ate something like a chocolate or an ice cream and now he feels bad. Anyway, so this is your speaking before listening. Now, let's go. Oh, there's another question here. Unscramble this one. You think why has this she problem? So we put the why in the beginning. Why do? Why do? Please pause the video if you want to work on it yourself. Why do you think she has this problem? Why do you think she has this problem? Okay, that we talked about. Okay, now track 5, let's listen to that.
Page 80, Exercise 4. Listening. Are you okay? Part B. Listen to the conversations. Check your guesses. 1.
One time. Listen please non-stop. After that I will play it again for you.
Ow!
Are you okay, Amber?
Not really. My elbow and wrist feel terrible. Ouch!
Do you want to rest?
Good idea.
Okay, so our guesses were correct. Her elbow and her wrist feel terrible, yeah? Okay, number 2.
2.
I think I'm gonna go home early. I don't feel well.
What's the matter, David?
I think I have a cold. I have a headache and I have a sore throat.
Oh, that's too bad. Get better, okay?
Poor David, he feels miserable. He has a cold, a headache, and he wants to go home earlier, okay?
3.
Ooh.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's my eyes. They're really dry.
Well, take a break, Alyssa. Finish your work later.
Okay, thanks.
So Lisa, she's got dry eyes. Yeah, we said sore eyes. She's got dry eyes, and he suggests her to take a break.
4.
Here, have some ice cream, Nicholas.
Oh, I love ice cream, but I can't eat any cold food.
Why not?
I have a really bad toothache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So poor Nicholas, he likes ice cream, but he cannot have because he has a toothache. Okay, one more time, let's listen. It was not very difficult, but maybe.
Listen to the conversations.
Ow!
Are you okay, Amber?
Not really. My elbow and wrist feel terrible.
My elbow and wrist. Both of the words we know and we are okay with them. Elbow and wrist.
Ouch!
Do you want to rest?
Good idea.
Do you want to rest? Good idea.
2.
I think I'm gonna go home early.
I think I'm gonna go home. Future plans.
I don't feel well.
What's the matter, David?
I think I have a cold. I have a headache and I have a sore throat.
Okay, I have a cold, I have a headache, I have a sore throat. Sore throat.
Oh, that's too bad. Get better, okay?
Get better. when you wish someone to feel better, get better.
3.
Ooh.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's my eyes. They're really dry.
So dry eyes also. Dry eyes. I got dry eyes, and then sometimes you have some medicine you need to drip in your eyes for dry eyes.
Well, take a break, Alyssa. Finish your work later.
So take a break. You see how many collocations we already have with take a break, public transportation, take the bus, take the train, take the subway, take a taxi, take photos, take a vacation, take a picnic. You see how many collocations with take?
Okay, thanks.
4.
Here, have some ice cream, Nicholas.
Oh, I love ice cream, but I can't eat any cold food.
Why not?
I have a really bad toothache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I have a bad toothache. I'm sorry, or I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, that was good. So as further speaking, you can talk about, for example, what color her t-shirt is, what is she wearing, what's she like, the questions that we have already had in our previous units. And for example, I give the answer to this one. She's wearing a purple t-shirt and black pants. And what's she like? I think she's fit, she's in shape, she seems to be an athlete, and she's beautiful, she has long black hair, and things like that. She is in shape. Okay, so in this way you can practice your previous topics and previous grammar points as well. Okay, very good. Let's go to exercise 5, common remedies. Talking about, the picture is telling you medications or medicine. So remedy means treatment, means cure. You are sick, you should do something to get better. So that is called remedy, treatment. So remedy or treatment. Remedy, treatment, both of them nouns. Okay. Common remedies. These are some common remedies that everybody practices at home before going to a doctor, or even alongside visiting a doctor. Now, let's listen and see if it has any new words for us.
Page 80. Exercise 5. Snapshot. Listen and practice.
Please repeat.
Common remedies.
Chamomile tea.
Chamomile tea. Chamomile tea. Okay? I will tell you what these words are. Just now focus on the pronunciation. Chamomile tea.
Cough syrup.
Cough syrup. Cough syrup.
Chicken soup.
Chicken soup.
Cold medicine.
Cold medicine.
Eye drops.
Eye drops. Good for sore eyes or dry eyes. Eye drops.
Aspirin.
Aspirin. Aspirin.
Antacid.
Antacid. Antacid for stomachache.
Nasal spray.
Nasal spray. Nasal. Nose, adjective, nasal. Nasal spray.
Ice pack.
Ice pack. Ice pack. So, did it have any new words for you? Maybe chamomile. So, chamomile is a medicinal plant This is chamomile. And tea means this one. So chamomile tea means when you boil chamomile and you have the juice or the extract or the water of that, that is called tea. Chamomile tea. This is chamomile tea. Okay, good for stomach or stomach ache. Chamomile tea. Cough syrup. This is syrup, you know. Cough syrup, chicken soup, cold medicine, eye drops, aspirin, headache, antacid, stomach ache, nasal spray, you know, and ice pack. Okay, so I hope there is no new word for you in this list, firstly. Now, I got questions for you here. It says, what medications, or medication means medicine. What medications or home remedies do you use when you are sick? So, what medications do you use? Please pause the video and answer based on this part. If I were you, I would pause the video, and here I would say, for example, whenever I have a stomach ache, I will have some antacid. It helps me. Also, for my mother, I know my mother has milk and her stomach ache gets better, for example. Or, for example, you can say, whenever I have cold, my mother makes me some chicken soup. It's good for me. I get better. So, things like that. Okay? My sample response is, if I have a headache or my body hurts, feels bad, I usually take aspirin. It often works well for me. So a short sample response like this. Or stomach. If my stomach feels upset, so stomach feels upset, feels bad, I take antacid. I told you, take for medicine. It helps with indigestion. So digestion, digest is the part that you eat something, your stomach starts to digest it. Digestion, the noun, and indigestion means hard to digest, problems with digestion. So indigestion, it helps with indigestion. Antacid. For a runny nose or stuffy nose, this is a stuffy nose, and runny nose, the time that the nose is running, this is called the runny nose. For a runny nose, nasal spray can be useful. It helps you breathe better. So runny nose, a beautiful collocation we have here. Runny nose. Runny nose. This is the runny nose. Runny nose. The child runny nose. Lovely. And stuffy nose. It is congested and it is blocked nose, and breathe better. So we have runny nose, stuffy nose. Beautiful words for us. Okay, if my eyes are irritated or hurt or sore, I use eye drops to make them feel better. Okay, and the other one, if I have a bruise, I will tell you what it is. I put an ice pack on it. It generally helps with the swelling. Okay, so 2 words for us. Bruise. If I have a bruise, this is a bruise. If I have a bruise, oh, that's bad. If I have a bruise, I put an ice pack on it. Put an ice pack on it. Put an ice pack on it. It generally helps with swelling. What is swelling? Swelling is the part that is the time that a part of your body comes up because of, for example, something has hit it. Yeah, here, for example, something has hit it and it has swelling. Okay, so swelling. Today's pictures are not that beautiful to look at, so this was the part talking about common medications and remedies. We talked about some common medications and how often and when we take them. Okay, we had the speaking on them. Right now, exercise 6, let's take care of exercise 6, a conversation. Not very difficult, but for you, my friends, here we got a picture. The picture is not that clear, but anyway, please don't look at the conversation. Pause the video and tell me what you see in the picture. My sample response: I can see a doctor talking to a patient. I will write that for you. Talking to a patient, and the doctor probably is prescribing, writing or prescribing some medications for the patient. So the words that I told you here were, oh, here we had it. Unscramble the question. See in what the picture do you? Okay, so unscramble this, please. Good. What do you see in the picture? What do you see in the picture? We talked about it, yes? So I say patient. Patient is the person who refers to the doctor. So the sick person, patient. Patient is a noun, patient is an adjective. As a noun, it means sick person. And also, I talked about prescribe. Prescribe is the time that the doctor writes medication for you. Also, I can see a stethoscope. Stethoscope, may be a little difficult for you. Stethoscope around doctor's neck. Stethoscope. Oh, so I just wanted you to have this word. Okay, let's listen to the conversation. Text covered. And for you to practice your listening now. Okay, listen please.
Page 81. Exercise 6. Conversation. Try to relax. Listen and practice.
Hello, Ms. Lake. How are you today?
Not so good.
What's wrong exactly?
I'm exhausted.
Why are you so tired?
I don't know. I just can't sleep at night.
Okay, let's take a look at you.
Okay, so could you tell me what the problem with her is? Pause the video and say. The problem is that she is very tired. She is exhausted and she cannot sleep at night. Now, the second part.
A few minutes later,
I'm gonna give you some pills. Take one pill every evening after dinner.
Okay.
And don't drink coffee, tea, or soda.
Anything else?
Yes, try to relax.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Yun.
So, what was the doctor's suggestion or prescription? Please pause the video and talk. So, the doctor told her not to take coffee, and also she gave her some medicine to take. Okay, very good. And of course, try to relax. That was something very important. Now, one more time, let's listen to the conversation. This time we look at the text.
try to relax. Listen and practice.
Okay, please repeat it with me.
Hello, Ms. Lake.
Hello, Ms. Lake.
How are you today?
How are you today?
Not so good.
Not so good.
What's wrong exactly?
What's wrong exactly?
I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Exhausted means very tired.
Why are you so tired?
Why are you so tired?
I don't know. I just can't sleep at night.
I don't know. I just can't sleep at night. I just can't sleep at night.
Okay, let's take a look at you.
Okay, let's take a look at you. So, take a look at you. I will write them down for you.
A few minutes later,
A few minutes later.
I'm gonna give you some pills.
I'm gonna give you some pills. I'm gonna give you some pills. Future.
Take one pill every evening after dinner.
Take one pill every evening after dinner. Take one pill every evening after dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't drink coffee, tea, or soda.
And don't drink coffee, tea, or soda.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Yes, try to relax.
Yes, try to relax.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Yun.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Yan. Okay, not a difficult conversation, but there were some points here. It says, how are you today? Not good. What's wrong exactly? I'm exhausted. Exhausted. Very tired. Why are you so tired? I don't know. I can't sleep at night. Okay. I can't sleep at night. What is the yes/no question for it? Can you sleep at night? Can you sleep at night? Very good. I'm gonna give you some pills. Yes/no question. Are you gonna give me some pills? Are you gonna give me some pills? And question for pills, what? What are you gonna give me? What are you gonna give me? Unit 11, we talked about be going to. Previous video. Take one pill every evening after dinner. So for pills, for medicines, medications, we use take. Take one pill. Okay, and don't drink coffee, tea, or soda, nothing. Anything else, try to relax. Thanks, Dr. Yang. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, now, again, you can talk about the picture, the things that you see here. What's she look? What is she wearing? What color is her shirt? And things like that. So this is for improving your speaking. But for the sake of this conversation, we are good. Yes. Exercise 7 and the listening. I think I have a cold, or I think I got a cold. So what's the story here? I will play it one time for you, non-stop. Just get a general understanding of it. Give me a summary of what you've heard. And then the second time for understanding the words and structure in that. Okay, so let's go.
page 81, exercise 7. Listening. I think I have a cold. Listen to Dr. Yoon talk to 4 other patients. What does she give them? Check the correct medications. 1.
What's the matter, Roberto?
I think I have a cold. I feel awful. I have a sore throat and a headache.
Okay, let's take a look. Yes, you have a cold. I'll give you some cold medicine. Take 1 pill every 4 hours. Do you have a cough, too?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you some cough syrup, too. I hope it helps.
So he's not feeling good and he has a cold and a cough. And that's what the doctor gives him. Cold medicine and cough syrup. Okay, number 2, please.
2.
What can I do for you, Courtney?
I have really itchy eyes. And, well, it's my nose.
Is it difficult to breathe?
A little. I think it's my allergies.
I see. Well, try these eye drops. and I'm gonna give you some nasal spray.
Thank you.
Okay, what's wrong with her? She's got itchy eyes, and it's difficult for her to breathe, congested nose, and she thinks that it is because of her allergies. So the doctor gives her nasal spray, yeah, and the eye drops.
3.
How are you feeling today, Ryan?
Not so great. I have a really bad earache.
Let's take a look. I'm gonna give you some aspirin.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, don't go swimming for a week.
Okay, the guy has got earache. Doctor gives him aspirin and prescribes for him not to go swimming for a week. And the last one, Samantha.
4.
How do you feel today, Samantha?
A little better, but I have a sore knee. It really hurts, actually.
Let me see. Yes. Well, I'm gonna give you some ice packs. Put one on your knee every evening for a few hours.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Okay, and for Samantha with her bad knee or sore knee, doctor gives her ice packs. Put them on your knee in the evenings for some hours. Okay, not difficult. You can also pause the video and give summaries like what I do. For the second time, let's listen. Maybe there are some words and phrases here we talk about.
What does she give them? Check the correct medications. 1.
What's the matter, Roberto?
I think I have a cold. I feel awful.
So I feel awful.
I have a sore throat and a headache.
Okay, let's take a look. Yes, you have a cold. I'll give you some cold medicine.
I give you some cold medicine. Medicine or medication.
Take one pill every 4 hours.
Take one pill every 4 hours. So take a pill. This sentence was beautiful. Take one pill every 4 hours. Okay, take a pill.
Do you have a cough too?
Do you have a cough too?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you some cough syrup too. I hope it helps.
2.
I hope it helps.
What can I do for you, Courtney?
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
I have really itchy eyes.
I have really itchy eyes. So, itchy eyes is the time that your eyes are like itchy eyes. Yeah? Or itchy palm. Itchy palm. This is the palm of your hand. Itchy palm.
And, well, it's my nose.
Is it difficult to breathe?
Is it difficult to breathe? So, for you to know, breathe with an E at the end is the verb and breath is the noun. Breathe, breath. Breathe, breath.
A little. I think it's my allergies.
I see.
I think it's my allergies. I think it's my allergies.
Well, try these eye drops, and I'm gonna give you some nasal spray.
Try these eye drops. I'm gonna give you some nasal spray.
Thank you.
3.
How are you feeling today, Ryan?
Not so great. I have a really bad earache.
Let's take a look. I'm gonna give you some aspirin.
I'm gonna give you some aspirin.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, don't go swimming for a week.
Don't go swimming for a week.
4.
How do you feel today, Samantha?
A little better, but I have a sore knee.
I have a sore knee. Sore knee. I have a sore knee. So sore throat, sore eyes, sore knee.
It really hurts, actually.
Let me see. Yes. Well, I'm gonna give you some ice packs. Put one on your knee every evening for a...
So the ice pack and put it on your knee. Put it on your knee. Put on.
few hours.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Okay, good. And that was about our listening. Okay. Exercise 8 and pronunciation. Sentence intonation, or the rhythm of your talk. These sentences are all imperative sentences. They start with a verb. They order you to do something. And the intonation in them is falling. Take these pills. Drink some tea. Try to relax. If I want to pronounce them with rising intonation, it will be take these pills. Drink some tea. Try to relax. So, you see, it's awful, that rising intonation. Intonation in imperative sentences is falling. Don't take cough syrup. Don't drink coffee. Don't work too hard. Okay? I think you already and naturally pronounce this way. It's impossible to pronounce them with rising intonation. Therefore, let's move. Let's go. Exercise 9, grammar focus and imperatives, the one that we just talked about. Imperative sentences are the ones ordering you to do something, like open the door, stop, close your books, come to us tonight. All of these sentences are imperatives. They start with a verb and they order. What is the structure of the imperative sentences? The structure for the positive is just verb. There could be some other elements coming afterward. For example, stop. It is a sentence. It means you stop. And negative, don't verb. Don't stop. Run. Structure of imperative sentences. Here it says, get some rest. Drink lots of juice. Take one pill every evening. Or don't stay up late. Stay up means not to go to bed. Stay up means at night, for example, you don't sleep until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So don't stay up late. Don't drink soda. Don't work too hard. Imperative sentences. I guess that's not difficult. The yellow box and sentences 1 to 8. Please put these words in these sentences. For example, number 1, call a dentist. Don't worry too much. Easier said than done. Don't worry too much. Everybody is worried about something these days. Number 3, a hot bath. So, take a hot bath. Take a bath, take a shower, add it to your vocabulary notebook. Take a hot bath. To school. Not go, but you need to conjugate the verb. So we don't say not go, don't go. In all the imperative sentences, in all of them, the negation or the negative starts with don't. There is nothing else. It doesn't start with doesn't. Only don't, because you are talking to the person in front of you. Don't go to school. In bed. Stay in bed. Doctor. See a doctor. Coffee. don't drink coffee, and candy, don't eat candy. Very good. Not difficult, right? Do we have any? I think it's not difficult, so we're not going to spend that much time on it. Exercise 10 we head for, and good advice. Good advice. Before anything, because I know that's going to be a source of issue for lots of students, I have prepared something for you here. The first one is pronounced good, advice. And the second one, z, advise. So the first one, as you know, it's a noun. And the second one, it's a verb. Advice, advise. Okay? That is for the sake of your grammar, you know. And now, here you can see 4 people, 4 pictures. It says write 2 pieces of advice for each problem. So at first, we need to understand what the problem is. She says, my feet hurt. My feet, which is plural, hurt. Here I tell you, unscramble these questions and answer them. Number 1, wrong is with what her? So you already know the question. Very good. So the question is good. What's wrong? What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? And the answer to that, her feet hurt. Her feet hurt, or she has sore feet. And the second question, you think, why do, has this she problem? Oh, a little difficult. So, can you unscramble it? Very good. So if you want to unscramble it, we say, why do you think, good, she has this problem? Why do you think she has this problem? Your guess. I think she has walked a lot with shoes that are not suitable for her. Probably. That's what I guess. Number 2, problem with him question. What's the matter with him? What's wrong with him? And the answer, he has a sore wrist. Again, our question, why do you think he has this problem? Why? Please pause the video and speak. I think he has this problem because he has typed a lot or for a long time without any rest. There's a laptop in front of him, and that's why I feel this way. Number 3, wrong and her. Question, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? Her eyes are dry. Again, the same question. Why do you think she has this problem? Why do you think she has this problem? If you want to speak, you say, I think she has dry eyes probably because she looked at her cell phone for a long time. Probably she worked for a long time without any rest. Yeah. Or probably she didn't sleep enough the night before. And number 4 question, matter and him. What's the matter with him? Or what's wrong with him? Good. So he can't sleep at night. And our question again, why do you think he has this problem? Why? Probably he is worried about something. Probably he has a problem in his life. It could be about a job problem. It could be money problem. It could be family problem. Yeah, I hope whatever problem he has, it gets solved soon. Anyway, now what is your advice? What advice do you give each person? So, her feet hurt. What advice do you give with imperative sentences? You say, rest at home. Don't walk anymore for 1 to 2 hours. Wear suitable shoes. Wear walking shoes. Wear suitable shoes. Wear suitable shoes. Wear walking shoes or something like that. Or maybe go to the bath and take a hot bath. It could be helpful for your muscles and bones. Anyway, this was the advice for number 1. Number 2, what advice do you have for him with sore wrist? Don't type for a while. Give it some rest. Or exercise. I got the same thing here for myself because I have the same issue. So strengthen your wrist and fingers. Strengthen your fingers or your wrist. Strong, verb, strengthen, noun. It means make them strong. Or anything else. Go to a gym and work out. Number 3, what advice for dry eyes? Use some eye drops. Go and rest a little. Close your eyes for half an hour or something. Don't look at your cell phone for long. And number 4, advice for someone who cannot sleep at night. Oh, this is a problem that everyone has. So, don't worry too much. Easy to just say. Go to bed earlier. Drink something relaxing. Okay? Do yoga and meditation. All of these things could be useful for having a better night's sleep. Okay, so this was our speaking with the concentration on the grammar focus imperatives. Okay, and exercise 12, my friends, and reading. Okay, so let's go to the reading and see what it is. This reading is kind of different from the previous ones, which had longer text. It's just a questionnaire for you to choose true or false. Okay, so let's go and play that.
Page 83, Exercise 12. Reading.
Do you know your body?
Do you?
1.
So a little I enlarge it for you. I know that most of the viewers are on their cell phones. Okay. All sorts of crazy noises today we are getting from the neighborhood. Okay.
The human heart beats about 200 times a minute.
Excellent. The human heart beats about 200 times a minute. So I think it's more than the normal beating rate. No, it is false. The human heart beats about 200 times a minute. False. So do you know beat? Beat means pulse. The human heart beats. If you want to make a yes-no question for this one, what do you say? Good, because there is no am, is, or. So we go with do or does. Do or does, which one? Does. Does the human heart beat without the S? Does the human heart beat about 200 times a minute? Okay. Number 2.
2. Your body loses about 40,000 tiny pieces of skin an hour.
Wow! Wow! Your body loses about 40,000 tiny pieces of skin an hour. So lose, gain, lose. Gain, lose. Your body loses about 40,000 tiny pieces, tiny, small pieces of skin an hour. I have checked the answer bottom of the page and it says that this is true. So your body loses. The verb is lose, Past is lost. PP is lost. Lose, lost, lost. Okay. Number 3. Again, if you want to make a yes/no question for it, you say, does your body lose about 40,000? And the negative for that, your body doesn't lose 40,000 pieces. Okay, very good. Number 3.
3. Your brain sends billions of signals every minute.
Excellent, excellent. Your brain sends billions of signals every minute. Damn right, damn right. And if you want to make, again, a yes/no, does your brain send billions of signals every minute? And the negative, your brain doesn't send billions of signals. Very good. Number 4.
4. Your brain stops working when you're asleep.
It never sleeps. No, false. Your brain stops working after your sleep. No, it's incorrect. And the yes/no question, does your brain stop working? And the negative, your brain doesn't stop working when you sleep. Okay? Be careful, the pronunciation of this one is sleep. It's not asleep. Sleep, when you're asleep, adjective. Number 5.
5. 140 million cells in your eyes help to tell you what you can see.
Wow, wow, wow. Correct, correct. 140 million cells in your eyes help you to tell what you can see. Okay? You can ask a how many question. So, what is your question with how many? Pause the video, think about it, and give your answer. How many cells in your eyes help to tell you what you can see? How many cells in your eyes? Of course, it might be a little difficult question for you because it is asking a question for subject. In the future, we will have this grammar, but just for the sake of the time being, how many cells in your body, in your eyes, help to tell you what you can see? And number 6.
6. Brain cells do not live in the stomach.
Interesting. Impossible, false. Brain cells do not live in the stomach. Why? And if you want to ask a yes/no question, do brain cells live in your stomach? And the negative is here. Brain cells do not live. Okay. Number 7, women's heart.
7. Women's hearts beat faster than men's hearts.
It does. It does. Women's hearts beat faster. Women's hearts. So because it is hearts, no S here. If it was, for example, a woman's heart beats faster. Women's hearts beat. A woman's heart beats faster than a man's. Okay, so the yes/no question. Do women's hearts beat faster than men's? And the negative, women's hearts don't beat faster than men's. Number 8.
8. Your brain makes electricity.
It does. It does. Great. Great brain we got. So your brain makes electricity. Yes, no question. Does your brain make electricity? And negative, your brain doesn't make electricity. Good. And number 9.
9. Your natural smell changes as you age.
Interesting. True. It is true. Your natural smell changes as you age. Age is a verb here. So as you age, you see? As you age. Age as a noun, age as a verb. So, to become older.
He was worried to see how much she'd aged.
He was worried to see how much she'd aged. Or, the buildings are aging.
The buildings are aging and some are unsafe.
So the buildings are aging or becoming older. Okay, so that was number 9 and number 10.
10. Some bacteria, small living things in your body, help you live.
True, true. We got bacteria, which is helping us to live. Some bacteria, which is plural. So, yes, no question. Do bacteria in your body help you to live? And negative, bacteria do not help you to live. Okay, very good. So this reading was kind of simpler than the previous readings we've had, and we took care of it. At least we used it for the sake of our grammar. Here we have part B, you can answer, and part C, some further speaking for us. Part C, speaking practice. What interesting things do you know about the human body? So please pause the video and give your answer. My answer here is this one. The human body is fascinating, interesting. Did you know our hearts beat around 100,000 times a day? Like a tireless drum. Tireless. Tired. So tireless. Something that is not getting tired. Okay? Tireless. Something that does not get tired. And drum, you know, drum like drum. So, if I want to show you which is more education wise, yeah, drum. So it's like a drum because it is beating all the time, but it is tireless. It never gets tired. If you stretch out all your body vessels, so something that carries blood to all parts of your body is called a vessel. Body vessels. These are the body vessels that carry blood to your body parts. So if you stretch out all your blood vessels, if you put all the blood vessels one after the other, connect them together, they could circle the earth twice. Can you imagine your blood vessels connected together and it can circle the earth 1 time, 2 times? Interesting. We're true bony wonders too. Bony. So we have a lot of bones. Bony, adjective for bones. Because bodies are born with around 300 bones. But as we grow, as we age, they fuse into 206. So what does that mean? Fuse means connect. So we got some smaller bone parts and they join each other, they fuse each other. The 300 become 206 as we age. At birth, 300 bones. As we grow up, 206 bones. And guess what? Our taste buds have superpowers. What are taste buds? They are the taste sensors on our tongue. Taste buds. On your tongue, you got some buds, some small points, dots. They are taste buds. They can tell you what taste something has. For example, it says that to the left and right side of the tongue, you can taste sour. In the front, it is sweet. Here we have salty, and in the back we have bitter taste. And umami, which means deliciousness. But these are the main tastes that we know: sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. Okay, so taste buds. Our taste buds have superpowers. Why? They can distinguish between thousands of flavors. They can differentiate between thousands of tastes or flavors. Our bodies are like a spectacular adventure filled with surprises. One more time. Our bodies are like a spectacular, a wonderful adventure which has a lot of surprises, filled with surprises. So I am reading the part again for you, especially if you are an elementary language learner. This part could be difficult for you. The human body is fascinating. Did you know our hearts beat around 100,000 times a day, like a tireless drum? If you stretch out all our blood vessels, they could circle the earth twice. We're true bony wonders too. As babies are born with around 300 bones, but as we grow, they fuse into 206 or 206. And guess what? Our taste buds have superpowers. They can distinguish between thousands of flavors. Our bodies are like a spectacular adventure filled with surprises. My suggestion, you also read this part 2 to 3 times out loud, record your voice, and then see if you make any mistake in reading the part. So, the good news or the bad news? Today's lesson finished, my friends. So, today we covered Unit 12 of this book, Interchange, Yellow. And for the next session, the following video will be on Unit 13, How Do I Get There? Talking about giving directions and addresses. But for the sake of a review on what we covered today, let's go. Unit 12, how do you feel? We talked about parts of our body here. Lots of words for us. If anything is new for you, please transfer that into your vocabulary notebook. The conversation about this boy with stomachache and feeling sick, we talked about it. Our grammar was not very difficult. Have plus noun, feel plus adjective. What's the matter? What's wrong? Questions for health problems. And here we had negative and positive adjectives. Horrible, awful, terrible, miserable. Fine, great, terrific, fantastic. Beautiful adjectives. Here we had list of health problems for you. We said that for flu, we say the flu. For the other ones, a or an. Sore throat, sore eyes, sore foot. The listening that we doubled it as a speaking part also, and you had your guesses. Common remedies, common treatments, medications with these words. Maybe chamomile was new to you, maybe. The conversation for the patient who was exhausted and really sick. The listening with it, intonation. Grammar focus of imperative sentences that start with a verb, and the grammar focus that talks about imperatives, those starting with a verb, get, drink, take, and the negative, don't. Here we have this, speaking, talking about advice, we talked about it, and the reading, which was about our body. And in the word file, if you want to have a review on that, Unit 12, talking about body and health problems. Hair, pronunciation of hair, her, chair, for example, not chair. Ear, air. And we said that K before N is not pronounced. Knee, knowledge, no. Ankle, uncle. And B after M is not pronounced. Thumb, limb, lamb. We talked about it. Lip and cheek, forehead, thigh. And here in this picture, we checked the parts of the body on this picture. And what do these words have in common together that we talked about? We said that W before R is not pronounced, B after M is not pronounced, K before N is not pronounced, and these two guys have their plural irregularly. Tooth, teeth, and foot, feet. In the conversation, anything else? Here we just have how's it going? How are things with you? What's up? And feel sick. I told you that it means feel ill, or it's like vomiting. And we talked about pizza. The grammar, sick, seek, talked about it. Have and feel. We had this exercise in part A. We talked about the words, we talked about the pictures, sore eyes, sore throat, we talked about it. And take a pill, we had it. In the listening part, nothing new, all the things we already had. We just had take a break as another collocation with take. Remedy and treatment, I told you they are the same. Feel upset, your stomach feels upset, you don't feel good. Take an acid. Runny nose, stuffy nose, we talked about them both. And anything else? Patient, I told you. Prescribe, what doctor writes. Stethoscope, what is hanging around doctor's neck. Take a pill, we talked about it. Itchy eyes. The pronunciation of these two guys, breathe and breath, we talked about it. Sore knee. Put the pack on your knee. Imperatives, I told you about them. Advice, advise, I told you about them. And here in the reading, lose, lost, lost. And in this reading with lots of beautiful words. Okay? And as my final comment, my friends, I would like to invite you and all your friends watching this video to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done that. And if you find this video interesting and useful, please share it with your friends and invite them to come to this channel. Thank you very much for watching these videos. I hope they help you improve in your English. I hope you have a brilliant day ahead of yourself. Take really good care and bye.